What's going on, y'all? You already know what it is. It's your boy Jake, aka Endeavor. I got my mans.
Anthony.
And we are the podcast, you heard?
Where did you go now? I wanna know. With all my love, where did you go now? Where did you go now? I wanna know.
Hey.
Where did you go?
So we started doing these on Sunday mornings.
Where did you go?
So I need something to wake me up. You heard? Dunkin' ain't enough.
You just have to walk in the
Hey.
place, and your lies are on you. You could put a smile on your face, and you light up the room. But then you left me dancing on the floor alone, and now the DJ's gone, and all the lights are
Hey.
wrong. You see, I tried to find you, but words can't describe you. Baby, only one dance ain't enough. Oh, my love, where did you go?
Go.
Where did you go now? I wanna know. With all my love, where did you go now? Where did you go now? I wanna know. Where did you go? Where did you go?
Sorry, I had to do it for the gram.
You're so beautiful, you're a star, like a work of art. Wherever you are, you'll always be the one who got away. And now I can't forget you. How could I let you leave me dancing on the floor?
I could let that shit play all day. I don't know. Something about that kind of music, man. It's just like, I don't know. It brightens my mood. It like mends my spirit. I got my headphones back. I always had them.
Back.
I had them, but I couldn't hook them up because I couldn't find a little cord. But one day I played Call of Duty with my younger brother, and I was like, oh, you know what? I want to be able to talk to him. So I brought stand up, and I have an iRig. So I put the iRig on the couch, and I put the headphones into the iRig so I could talk to him with the microphone, and I just lost the cord. I was being extra. I didn't want to get my other headphones that have a microphone on them. I was like, nah, I'm gonna do this with this microphone. You're gonna hear what I gotta say.
No.
Yeah, man. So how was your week?
Long as shit.
Why? Tell me.
I don't know. It felt like forever.
Forever?
Yeah, I woke up Tuesday and I thought it was fucking Thursday.
Oh my God. See, that's not that bad. When you wake up and think it's the day before, like the whole day on Wednesday, I thought it was Tuesday. I was like, fuck, I got 4 more days of this shit. And then Chrissy looked over, she's like, you know it's Wednesday, right? I was like, what? And then Thursday, she thought it was Wednesday. And I was like, don't do that to me. I can't handle that. I can't handle that at all. So just a PSA, everybody.
I'm sorry.
I was not
what?
happy with a lot of music that dropped this week. So this might be a very lackluster music edition of the podcast. But I have a lot of topics to talk about. So I'm trying to figure out where you want to go with this thing first.
As long as you don't get dark, I'll be okay.
Oh, let me see. Sorry, I'm just trying to see if I can get dark or not. No, I don't have anything dark.
Oh,
I
wow.
could. Because I did see a video the other day, which was kind of crazy. Some guy was in Walmart, and I guess Walmart called police because these people have been in there before and they shoplifted. And this is one thing I would never understand. So the cops come up to the guy, ask him to leave. He goes back, gets his phone. Looks like he's getting ready to leave, right? No. He wants to argue with them. So cops get physical, start grabbing him, try to remove him from the store, and the dude reaches for a knife, right? Now, mind you, this guy's like mid-40s. Not in shape. He's just imagine 40-year-old me, but a little bit bigger, right?
I remember when I thought you was 40 when I first met you.
Which I don't understand why. Maybe because I was in a position of power.
No,
Yeah.
you just looked 40.
I don't look 40. You think I look 40 today?
No, not right now.
See? I don't look 40.
You can
Now-
look 40 from time to time.
I'm sure I could. Which, by the way, I would love to be all gray and like 25. That'd be great. But like natural.
Go ahead, finish what you were saying.
So, he's at Walmart, right? Cops are trying to remove him from the place of business. He reaches for a knife. So they start to try to like wrestle him to the ground, right? And while he's on the ground, mind you, there's 5 police officers. He's on the ground. He reaches and grabs his gun. Why is like, I don't understand.
What the hell?
So he grabs for his gun. So the police officer in the video is yelling, "He's got a gun! Shoot him! Shoot him! Shoot him!" And they shot him in the head.
What?
And the same police officer that was yelling, "Shoot him! Shoot him! Shoot him!" said, "Nice, nice, nice."
What?
Now the guy lived, and he survived surgery. He's not dead, but he has a $2.1 million bail bond, which doesn't make sense. He's a shoplifter. Why is his bail so high? You know why, Anthony? Because of the public outrage that there's going to be. Now, I don't agree with shooting somebody point blank in the head. You know, like, yo, he's like right on top of him, like, bah, right? I don't agree with that. Now, also at the same time, he's reaching for a gun. There was a gun. They found a gun. But shooting him in the head, there's got to be other ways. You know, if he's not going down, tase him. I'll never understand. Now, I do know tasers don't work on everybody, but still, I still don't get it. Could you imagine being in Walmart and looking over and just bop? Yo, that's crazy. Of all the places. But, I don't know. That shit was just crazy. So, I'm not going dark. I don't have a hot take about it. There was a gun. Should they have shot him in the head? Probably not. But he did survive. So.
That's not the point.
It's not the point. You know, is it abuse of power or it's just mistraining? But I mean, hearing the other cop, and then not just to mention, right? The police department put out a 35-minute video showing all different angles from every police officer to justify the shooting, which I thought was crazy because the way the video was set up, you have the police chief, right? He's like me right here. You have the black thing. He's like the black background. He's like, "I am police chief police officer from the district where the blah, 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 blah," right? And then he goes, "Are you looking at the video?"
Trying to find it. I think this is it.
Yeah, it was like it was a Hispanic male. It was like Miguel, or I don't remember the dude's name. Let me see. Yeah,
His name
name.
is Ernesto.
Yeah, Ernesto, Lake Forest, California. But look at just the start of the video. It's like mad shady. He's standing there. Like, come on, man. I thought it was a parody at first. I was like, yo, this cannot be serious. This guy's really just standing there. Now, again, I do not think people should be shoplifting, but I don't think somebody should be shot for shoplifting. But you also should not reach for a gun while you're around police. That's asking to be shot. But shooting somebody point blank in the head is a little overkill for me. You got to fast forward a little bit once they're like, and I mean, look, they're asking him. I mean, the cop as he's walking away is like, man, you're 40 years old. Why don't you get a job? So it's like the cop's already provoking him and like pushing him. Now, again, he should not have reached for a gun. He should not have reached for a knife. I am of the firm belief, right? If a police officer asks me to leave and I'm doing some shady shit, I'm gonna get the fuck out of there. Especially if they're asking me to leave. Like, cause like the whole scenario played out, right? He goes in, he's shopping, he has stuff in his cart. The Walmart clerk is like, that's the guy right there. That's the man who's been stealing from us. And he has a mask on. So they ask him to remove his mask. The lady says, take your mask off so I can see your face. First off, if I've been stealing from you, I'm not taking my mask off. You will not be able to identify me. No way. That's why it's like the pandemic was great for like shoplifters, thieves, robbers. Yo, people who already wear masks, when you walk into a place when you go into a 7-Eleven with a mask on, right? What do they think? Pre-pandemic.
What the fuck?
They think you there to steal some shit. During the pandemic, everyone had a mask on. And what was some of the masks people were wearing in the stores and out? Ski masks. So, yeah, I was just trying to buy time so you could watch a video.
Yo, and he's still gonna handcuff him after he shot him in the head.
That's one thing I don't get either. Yo, I've literally seen cops, like videos of police shootings and all this other stuff, where they're handcuffing a dead person. I'll never get that. You shot dude in the head. What's he gonna do? Get up and run away?
Yo, what?
It's different if you shot him in the shoulder. I can understand handcuffing somebody you shot in the shoulder. They're still very mobile and agile and they're able to do stuff. You shot dude in the head and you're going to handcuff him on the ground. I don't get that. Now, were they justified in shooting him? Maybe. He had a gun.
I'm about to say you can argue both sides.
You can see that he has the gun in his hand while he's on the ground. You know, I want to get home to my family. I understand that. But to hold the gun against his head and shoot him like point blank, that's crazy. Anthony, how fast does your car go?
You mean the fastest or like?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the fastest I've driven in it, but I know for a fact my car can get up to 121.
Right. So just because you can drive up to 121 doesn't mean you should on some streets. Just because the officer is justified in the shooting because he had his hand on a weapon, on a gun, doesn't mean they should have shot him point blank in the head. You know, he must have been strong. I don't know. But we're not getting dark. You said you didn't want to start off dark, so I had to get that out the way. Now.
All right, so the top speed for mine is 134.
Let's see what top speed for mine is.
Like 101.
Hold on, guys. Sorry. 115. But I don't drive that fast. Like, I've gotten up to 85 before. Allegedly. I'm all about fuel economy.
Yeah, because you live like 80,000 miles away from wherever you got to go.
Hold on. See my other car. Da-da-da-da-da-doo. What does it say? Mm-hmm. Oh, it says 135. So my old ass car can go the same speed as yours.
Boo-hoo.
Boo you. So Russell Wilson is in the news this week. Do you know why?
No, why?
Because he said if a man wouldn't marry himself, then he shouldn't get married. What do you think about that?
If he wouldn't marry himself, he shouldn't get married.
If a man wouldn't marry himself, then he shouldn't get married. What if you don't find yourself attractive?
That is true.
No, like seriously, like let's think about all the things where he's wrong, right?
Yeah.
If I don't find myself attractive, why would I want to spend the rest of my life with myself? I don't like the way I look right now. I'm trying to do things to change it. You know what I mean? Another 2 pounds. By the way, y'all have been with me for a long time. So let me just update y'all, right? About a few years back, I was 305, which was my heaviest I've ever been, right? Got down to 237. Got back up to, let me go. 340 pounds. After a long time, I got down to 318. I bounced back up. Now I'm back down to 317. So I've lost, in 2 weeks, I've lost 7 pounds.
There you go.
Grind is real. So, right, let me tell you something, Russell Wilson. I don't think you're that attractive as a man. Like, if I was gay, I would not come for you.
But why
I
you
think he
gotta
looks
think like
weird.
that, though?
I just think he looks weird. Like, his head doesn't match his body, right? To me. But you got a dime on your hands. He has a dime.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. Now, Russell Wilson may love himself, but a lot goes into the word love, right? You can't marry, you shouldn't marry somebody without being in love with them. And there's a difference between love and being in love, right? There are plenty of people that I love, but I'm only in love with 2 people. There's Anna and Megan Good, right? Let's get that out of the way, okay? So, you should not marry somebody without being in love with them.
I knew you were gonna say Megan Good. Everything in me said you were gonna say Megan Good. I was like, yo, we can't be his
You're
mom.
like, who's the second person? There's only one second person.
Had to
but-
think.
You got to think about it, right? Would you marry yourself?
Hell yeah, I married myself.
Gay.
Call me gay. I love myself.
But, so you would marry yourself.
I'd marry the shit out of myself.
So you like your personality, you think that you match with yourself. Because that's the other thing.
Goddamn right.
I don't match with myself. I could not date somebody or marry somebody who was like me. I would kill them. We would not get along. No,
Sometimes
could
I
you
do want to
imagine?
snap her neck, but
Think about it, right? I'm the cook in my house.
Mhm.
In my relationship, I'm the cook. Now, when I go out to eat, all I do is criticize other people's cooking. So, if my significant other was fighting me to do all the cooking and this shit was trash, think about how that would damage the relationship. It wouldn't work. Who's going to cook dinner tonight, babe? Oh, I don't know. I think I will. Oh, but you cooked it last night. Oh, but I want to cook it this night. You have like little fights. Like right now, I don't have that problem because Anna's not going to cook. You know? So right there, you have yin and yang. Yo, what color does blue and blue make?
Blue.
Blue. What color does yellow and blue make?
Green.
Green. What does red and red make?
Come on, Jake. We're not doing this.
And red and blue makes purple. My point is opposites have to be together. You can't put 2 positive sides of a battery together and expect something to happen. No sparks are going to fly. You need the positive and the negative. You can't marry yourself.
I can marry myself.
You can't.
I can.
It wouldn't work. Because at the end of the day, look, one thing, right? When everything is going well in your relationship, what happens?
What do you mean? What happens?
When everything is going perfect in your relationship, something has to happen to break up the monotony to get the juices back flowing, because
Um,
the same thing over and over again gets old. It gets boring time after time. You and Megan are not the same person,
Hell no, we're not.
and that's why it works. You can't marry yourself because you
can
can't
marry
live with
myself.
yourself. No,
I
you
can.
can't. If you could marry yourself, you wouldn't be in a relationship.
What? You see, you're not making sense right now.
I'm making perfect sense.
No, you're not.
You need that yin and yang effect. You never seen like it happens all the time where people make a wish or they pray to God that the bad is gone in the world. You need good and bad. You have to have good and bad. Bad, you have to have that kind of offsettingness. You can't be with somebody who you're happy with all the time. It doesn't make sense because somebody's lying.
What? Why does somebody have to be lying? That makes no sense.
It does.
It doesn't.
You never seen the
You
TV
sound
shows?
dumb as hell right now. I want
You
you
ever
to
seen the
know
TV
that.
shows where like, I wish I was never born, or what is the world like without her in my life? Like, you know what I mean? You ever seen those kind of like scenarios in TV shows?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And it never works out. Nobody's always happy because you need that balance in the world.
That's
That's
not
a big
true.
thing.
You don't know everybody.
Anthony, you need balance. There's no balance. If something's all the way right, it's eventually going to tip over.
It doesn't.
If you put right
it's not
now
always going to be that way.
in your relationship, you
Mhm.
guys have a scale, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes the relationship is going more in your favor
Mhm.
and less in hers. But that means that when it's time for hers to go up, you're more than willing to support her and go down. Right? Just
Yes.
because you like to do something doesn't mean you want to do it all the time. The fact that she has different tastes than you gives you guys more variety and more things to do. How boring would it be if all Megan wanted to do is every Saturday and Sunday go out to the bar and watch the game?
I'm
Now,
down.
before you answer that, even though you already answered it, think about it. What do you guys typically do? I did
What do you
not want to
mean?
go to the museum 2 weeks ago. I hate that shit. I think it's boring. I think it's whack. But Anna really wanted to go. I ended up having a good time. There's certain things that me personally, I don't understand the point of sunsets. We actually had this conversation last night because my sister was like, yeah, I'm a little tired because me and Dakota woke up at 2:00 in the morning to go to the Ocean City to look at the sunrise. Like, bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm sleeping. I'm not driving 2.5 hours to see the fucking sunset, sunrise, whatever. No, I could Google that shit or I can watch it on YouTube from my phone. I don't need to drive 3 hours to see that, right? But that's me. Anna, on the other hand, we've been down to the beach before and she wanted to go see it. And I didn't see the point of it, but it was beautiful. So I got to see something that I wouldn't want to do. If you're with somebody that does everything and has all the same interests as you, your horizon is no longer broadened. It's concise. And your view of the world is going to be different.
But what if they're fine with that?
I mean, you can be fine with that. I just don't think
Exactly.
it's
So
sustainable.
your point is invalid.
I don't think it's sustainable.
Your point is invalid.
I don't think it's sustainable.
That's you.
Name me one successful relationship. Like, every time you date somebody you have a lot of stuff in common with, it fails.
How?
What do you mean how?
That might be the case for you, but not everybody. Some people are fine
Okay.
with doing the same thing over
Okay.
and over and over
Okay.
again.
Yeah, and those people are fucking bozos.
Oh,
And they're lying to themselves.
how are they lying to themselves if they're happy?
They're not happy.
That doesn't make sense.
Look, all I'm saying is I wouldn't marry myself.
Okay, you don't have to marry yourself.
I wouldn't. But I got married.
Mhm.
Was it the best circumstance of how our relationship was founded? No. Well, did we have a hard time through a lot of it? Yes. But do I love myself 100%? No. I got a lot of stuff that's still going on that I need to eventually figure out. but I love her and I love our family. You know what I mean? I just disagree with him.
You make no sense.
He makes no sense.
You
First
make
off-
no sense.
What do you mean?
Do you listen? Are you listening to the words that are coming out of your mouth?
I have headphones on.
Ah, I swear, man. Let's move on. Let's move on.
No, we're moving on, but I don't understand what you're so dumbfounded about. Or what confuses you?
If people are happy if they're happy doing the same thing over and over again, or
Let me
they're
tell you
the
something right
same
now,
person,
Anthony.
or if they're the same person, then that's that.
Look,
How do they have to be lying? Why are they lying?
this is going to be a clip right here because this right here is going to shut you up. You ready?
Wait.
Okay.
Wait.
When people are over, what's the word? Over enthused, right? Or just, too happy about something, they're not really happy.
How? That doesn't make sense.
Anthony, if I come into work tomorrow and tell you, right,
Mhm.
how much I love my new job. My new job is great. I love my new car. My new car is great. And all I tell you about are good things because I'm happy. That should be a wake-up call that I'm crying out for help.
I know you, and I know that's you know what, but that's not everybody.
People are all built the same way.
No,
Okay, whether you believe in the Bible or not, right? Man and woman. We're pretty much the same thing. All people have, for the most part, the majority of people have the same amount of chromosomes, right? So our DNA,
I mean, you're missing a few.
huh?
Huh?
Our DNA, for the most part, man is man, woman is woman, people are people,
Yes.
right? I personally think, and I think that a lot of psychiatrists would agree, if somebody's too
So now you're a
over-
psychiatrist. Now
always
you're a
wanted to be one.
psychiatrist.
If anybody needs to talk, just hit my DM and I got you.
Please don't.
I believe if somebody is over happy about something, they're underselling it. Like you're underselling about something.
That's not always the case.
I don't think it's always the case, but
That's what
I'm
you're
s-
making it sound
No.
like.
What I'm saying is, if you come in every day and you're just the happiest in the world with your life, there's something you're not telling me. And I think
How?
that with everybody. Because nothing in the world works that way. If something is too good
Maybe
to be
not
true,
for you, but it might
No.
be that one person out of
No.
everybody on the universe that's just overly happy. I mean, it's just it can be
everybody
that way.
has something
You're-
bad in their life.
you-
The people who try to overlook and deny it,
Okay, they can
are
have
the
something
biggest in
bad, but it
denial.
might not affect them.
I disagree.
What? How does that make sense?
Because everything affects somebody at some point.
Okay, but it might
There
affect
are a
them for like
select few.
it can affect them, but that doesn't mean that they have to carry it on every fucking day for the rest of their life. Come on now.
Yeah, but if you're always happy,
See, no-
you're always positive,
why can't somebody be like that though?
because you need a little negativity in your life.
No, you don't.
You do.
No, you don't.
You need the yin and the yang.
No, you don't. You don't have to have something negative in your life.
You do.
No, you don't.
You do.
No, you don't.
It's good to be let down sometimes. It's good to have.
Okay, they can be let down, but that doesn't mean they're gonna carry it and fucking mope around all fucking day.
But see, I'm not
one
saying that.
fucking negative-
Something can bother you without bringing you down.
Yes.
I'm just saying, people who act like their life is perfect are lying about something, or they're leaving information out.
It doesn't have to always be. It's not always like that.
Okay. Did you know that Jim Jones passed on signing Drake? I'm sure he's pissed off about that now. But I also think that during that period of time, is Drake going to be a superstar? You don't know.
I heard a lot of people saying like early in his career he was trying to overcompensate.
All rappers do is overcompensate.
Not necessarily.
I got a gun so big. No, you don't. You don't have a gun so big. Nothing. But Jim Jones' reason was that Drake was too Disney.
At the beginning of his career, yeah, he was too Disney.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
He was Degrassi.
I hate you so much.
There's difference. It's not like Drake was on Disney Channel. He wasn't.
I
He was on an
understand
adult teen show. No, for real. Like I wasn't allowed to. There's no way I could put Degrassi on when my mom was home. Back in those days.
Wow.
Back in those days, or at least maybe in the white households, my parents were like, none of that sex on my TV. Even like Anna now, and Anna's about as white as they come. Every time some kind of every time somebody kisses on the TV screen,
again.
Anna's about as white as they come. And when somebody starts kissing on the TV screen, she's like, "Get the remote! Get the remote!" But she doesn't tell me. She's like, Max. And it's like the dog looks up like, what? And it's like, Max. I was like, oh shit, what? She wants me to turn the TV off or fast forward. We were watching Creed. And all they did was kiss. She's like, and then Ariana looks over. Is this inappropriate for me? Oh, speaking of Ariana, we started watching Creed, right?
Yes.
Within the first 5 minutes of the maybe not first 5 minutes, but as soon as Michael B. Jordan comes on the screen, Ariana looks up and she goes, "Whoa, look at those muscles." It's like, you fucking 5-year-old freak.
Oh.
And meanwhile, I'm sitting over there, just drooling over Tessa Thompson, and Luca's just like, "Can I do something else?" I'm like, man, I would take this boy to Hooters, and he would have no idea where he's at. He wouldn't appreciate it. He was like, "Can I go home and play the iPad yet?"
Oh my God.
But I don't think Drake was Disney.
All right.
When was Drake on Degrassi? What year was that?
Let's see.
2001?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, that might not have been when he was on.
(2001 to 2007).
No, he wasn't.
That's what it says.
All right, so 2007. When did he start rapping? I want to hear what Jim Jones heard. Room for Improvement. Let's see. But I don't think that Drake was on the radar yet. You know what I mean? I want to know when he... So that means So Far Gone was like peak, like, oh shit, this is incredible. So what is, see if I can find it on here. Room for Improvement was his first mixtape. All right. I just want to see if I can, I want to see what he heard and why he thought Drake was too Disney. Where did it go? Bitch. Mixtape by Drake. Room for Improvement. The song is called... The song is called Special. 1.4 million views on YouTube. We're going to shut this ad down. I'm not going to let the ad play. So I'm speaking where the ad is because I refuse. That movie looks good, though. All right. It's a 2006 Drake.
Yeah, man. VO. Back again like we never left, huh? Southern Smoke. I'm sending this out to any of my girls that's different, man. Anybody that's special. You know, I want to be honest with you.
I don't know.
Start off like this. Look, I'm bold from the get-go. Go by the title of Drake and treat me like the rest. That's a vital mistake. I'm hoping that ain't nobody else as special as you. When I say I've been disappointed, I'm addressing a few. I finessed and I grew. While most of the 8s and 9s in my past not get a rating that's less than a 2. It's true, I've been talked to Alicia, Keisha, and Nadia, and Shadia. Had to throw peace signs to a lot of yours.
What's he talk about?
To the same chicks from way back. Never called, now they wanna be where I stays at.
Look, Drake was rapping better back then than Jim Jones raps now. So, man. But you know who he sounds like?
What?
I'm about to show you. You probably don't even know who this is. I'm sure you do, though. I had to find back in the old days what he sounded like back then. But very, very similar. Hold on. Sound like this to me.
I give you my all, but it seems like that's not enough. Letting you get all of me.
By the way, shout out to Poetic. We should bring back the old mixtape style with all like the DJ shout outs on them and everything.
Look, they say tomorrow's not promised, but if it was, I wouldn't get open, wouldn't get soup. Them shits was made to be broken. Remember coming up, dudes talking about hoes boasting. I was just a juvenile moving in slow motion. I dropped out of school to be a dude with mad jewelry. Once I got it.
I just think it's similar to me. Breaking news, by the way. I just read I was listening to that article, and it says that Lamar Jackson is reportedly receiving low contract offers from the Baltimore Ravens.
Where did you see this?
On sportsnaut.com. I don't know. He was also on The Shop. I didn't watch it yet, but he was on The Shop, and he was saying that he feels like racial bias is still there being a black quarterback.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch that episode. Lamar Jackson is incredible. But, you know, and somebody commented and said, yeah, every time they refer to him as not a running back, it's disrespectful. And it's like they're still doing it. And even Stephen A. Smith, did you see that clip that went out about him, what he said about Lamar?
What?
He said that because of the type of quarterback Lamar is, he wouldn't step on the field until he signs a contract. And it was just like the tone that he was talking about him. It was like he started off real negative and then tried to be like, because, you know, he's great and he deserves to get paid and da-da-da. But it's like, to say that Lamar can't stand in the pocket and throw the ball after all this time is just ridiculous. Like, he mentioned that Lamar was on pace to have another 1,000-yard rushing year, but he was also on pace, which nobody said, to have a 4,000-yard passing year. Had he not been injured. And he wasn't injured running. You know, they keep talking about his life expectancy as a quarterback because of his style of play. His style of play has not gotten him in trouble.
It's them garbage-ass receivers and them garbage-ass linemen.
Like, he got injured retreating and throwing the ball. He didn't get injured running the ball because he can't throw. His first year, yes. When he was brought up to replace Flacco, yes. Was I a little bit worried? Of course. He was running all over the place. But the very next year, what happened? What happened the very next year? MVP. You know? So Lamar Jackson was like on the pathway to be in the top 10 passers for this year had he not been injured. And one of the top runners. If we had great receivers who could catch the ball all the time, Hollywood, Lamar Jackson has
He
Patrick
gotta go.
Mahomes numbers.
Hollywood got to go.
I don't think he has to go.
He has to go.
I think that, because look, what he brings to the table is special. Like, Tyreek Hill is fast and he has hands, right? And he's shifty. I think that they could build Hollywood into that type of role. He just got to stop being scared to get hit, and he's got to catch the ball. He has some pretty great catches, but he had a lot of pretty bad drops. But you know what? I stand on this, right? Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, and Josh Allen. What the three of them have in common is all three of them are mobile. I don't count Kyler Murray. All three of them are mobile, right?
Why don't you count Kyler Murray?
Why don't I count Kyler Murray? Because I think he's a bum.
He is, but
Josh Allen has an incredible arm. He's mobile. He's big bodied. So people look at him and they say, "Oh, well, he's a little bit beefier. You know, he can take the hits, right?" Patrick Mahomes has an incredible arm. He has incredible vision, and he can kind of put the ball wherever he wants to be put, right? Lamar Jackson, he doesn't have the arm of Josh Allen, but he has glimpses of putting the ball where he wants to be put without letting his eyes, like, he has like the no-look pass. We've seen that from him too. But the difference is that Lamar Jackson is very shifty, right? If you look at the way Kyler Murray runs, he does not run like Lamar Jackson. He's fast. His legs are so short that he's just faster than everybody else. So, you know what I mean?
he
It
just looks
generates,
like Mr. Krabs
you know,
when he runs.
like, yeah. Lamar Jackson doesn't just have speed. He has like an incredible shiftiness. Like, if he was a running back, there's no doubt in my mind he'd be top running back. But he's not a running back. He's a quarterback. He's shown that he can stand in the pocket. Like the jump pass. You remember the jump pass I'm talking about?
Yes,
Where he
I
was
know
getting
what you're talking
dragged down. He jumped through the touchdown. You know, come on, man. Like, Lamar Jackson has incredible moments. And he's been working on his throwing mechanics. Lamar Jackson keeps showing he gets better year after year after year. And he's confident in himself. And Stephen A. Smith was like, if Lamar Jackson had an agent, they wouldn't let him step back on the field till a deal was done. Well, guess what? Lamar Jackson is not your average player. You know, people don't get, like, look at Jackie Robinson. And I'm not saying that Lamar Jackson is like Jackie Robinson. But what I'm saying is, Jackie Robinson, you think people weren't telling him to not step on that field? It's a different type of courage to be great, to be generational, to be monumental, to be legendary. Lamar Jackson is going to be legendary for the way he's changing the game. Look at it. 5 years ago, nobody was running the offense the way the Ravens do. You got to think about it. The Ravens were never like this.
No.
I never saw Flacco run an option play.
I saw it once.
I saw Flacco break out as a receiver. But teams do that all the time. Yo, the way Lamar Jackson has changed the NFL and how teams play and how teams operate, they could not figure out how to stop him. His first year he came in, bro, the Titans was it the Titans or it was the Chargers, right? Yeah, because the Titans beat us with the Derrick Henry pass. The Chargers had to bring up safeties as linebackers so they can keep Lamar Jackson from scrambling. And that's when he was a rookie. Now, it doesn't matter. They can't stop Lamar. All those games we won, Lamar's biggest knock was that he can't throw and he can't play from behind. He was the comeback kid this year. And had he been healthy, there's no doubt in my mind we would have at least made the playoffs. Every game we won was not because the team did a great job. It's because Lamar Jackson put the team on his back and he did what he had to do to make that win happen. Our defense wasn't doing it.
Oh my God.
If I'm Lamar Jackson and I don't care what he wants. Whatever he wants, the Ravens should give it to him. Because Lamar Jackson is also the guy that if he has to.
But it has to be reasonable.
I don't think it has to be reasonable.
It does.
Why?
The number one money.
No. Look at what Lamar has done with what he has.
No.
Lamar doesn't need, okay, we don't need a Tyreek Hill. We don't need what Patrick Mahomes needs. We don't know how Patrick Mahomes plays on a team with regular receivers. All the Chiefs do are draft fast people. When Travis Kelce is gone, what do they have?
What do you mean?
When Travis Kelce leaves the Chiefs, if he ever does, what does Patrick Mahomes have? You see all the memes. Fuck it. Tyreek's out there somewhere. The Chiefs are garbage this year. The problem is with the Chiefs is that their receivers are so fast and Patrick Mahomes can throw the ball so far. You can't. Patrick Mahomes is not Tom Brady.
Weren't the Chiefs first in the AFC though?
Doesn't matter. Look, all that does, to me, none of that matters. I feel like if you take a couple key players out, you have to remember how much the Ravens were out this year. How many people we were down.
Half the roster.
And we were still a playoff contender till the very last game. The difference is our defense was horrible this year, except against the run. Our defense was horrible. Our offense is mediocre. Our quarterback is exceptional. No other quarterback can do for his team what Lamar does for his team. You can't tell me they do.
Maybe not on the same level. No.
Not anywhere near the same level. Tyler Huntley did a great job. But you can see those little 10-yard scrambles he made. Lamar does a lot more. The way that Lamar can move his body, is different than anybody else in the league can. He took free agents. And that's not an knock to him, but Latavius Murray, Devontae Freeman, Sammy Watkins. Who did he have besides Mark Andrews?
No fucking lot.
If I'm Lamar Jackson and I'm confident in what I can do, look, he's 25 years old. People forget. The life expectancy of a quarterback has changed. Tom Brady changed that.
But can he play like that for that long?
I think he can.
For that long?
Can he play like that running? No. But Lamar Jackson is showing that he can change his game to adapt with the times, and he's getting better and better and better. There's no doubt in my mind 10 years from now that he can, he can still, he's going to be an elite passer. He's still young. His college football isn't the same as the NFL. He could do all the stuff that he was doing in college because what? It's different. You're not worried about that. You're worried about being exceptional and making great plays and getting your draft stock up. The NFL, look, how many quarterbacks have Super Bowl rings? Like 50? Not even 50 quarterbacks, maybe like 35, 40 quarterbacks, right?
I mean, it's more than that because everybody on the team gets a ring.
I'm talking about quarterbacks.
I understand that.
You know what I mean, starting quarterbacks.
Okay.
Starting quarterbacks. I feel like he still has so much time. He's only in his 5th year. Is he even his 5th year? Or is this the 4th one? I think it's the 5th year.
This is going to be his 5th. I'm pretty sure.
He has time. We need to talk about something else because I can go on about him all day. Pause.
Yeah, please.
All right, so
Snowfall.
all right, hold on. No, before we get to Snowfall, I want to get your opinion on something.
It's time for another hot take.
My hot take for this week, guys, is that women have better sex toys than men, and I'm sick of it.
Let's move on.
No, seriously. Listen. Yo. What do men have? Have you seen the rose? Anthony, look up the
I'm
rose
not doing
right
this
now.
with you.
Look up the rose. I'm serious.
No.
Women have better sex toys than men. If I was a woman, let me tell you something. I wouldn't need a man. Some of the shit they got is crazy. What do we have? Jergens? That's about it. That's all we got. That's the best that the people could do for us. Yo, Anthony, look up the rose. Seriously.
No.
All jokes aside.
No.
Why not?
I'm not doing this with you.
Oh my God. The rose, like, yo. All right, fine. You suck. You're looking it up, aren't you?
I don't even have my phone in my hands.
Look, Anthony, this is the rose. It does
Not
both
doing it.
actions for them. We don't have anything remotely near that. I don't want a fleshlight. That shit is like mad weird. How do you even clean it?
We move on.
I'm just,
I'm not doing this with you. I'm not doing this with you.
how do you clean a fleshlight? I don't know.
I'm not doing this with you.
Okay. Well, then answer me this question, Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
Why can a man walk around with the shirt off, but a woman can't? Who decided that like boobs were like, sexual?
I mean, there's a lot of men out there with boobs.
Right. But I never understood that. I never understood it. Like, okay. TV shows and movies, men walk around shirtless all the time. I never understood like the big deal about it. And like even like as like a man, it's like I don't get why it's like, ooh, you know what I mean? I never understood that. Target's raising their minimum wage to $24 an hour.
Who?
Target.
Hey, Jake, I hate to break it to you, but I'm leaving.
Hey, go ahead. Be my guest. All right. So you said you wanted to talk about that's why I brought up the thing. K Michelle. Are you familiar with K Michelle?
A little bit.
A little bit. K Michelle was performing at a concert, and I guess a video went viral of her flashing the audience. And people are like outraged. She's like, oh, like what? That's why it's like, I don't get it, right? Men take their shirt off and they're like dancing around on stage and everything, and nobody says anything. But a woman does it, it's a problem. I don't get it. It's her body. No, I get it. Like, it could have been a family event, right? I don't know if it was 18 plus or whatnot. But at the same time, it's like, yo, like, I never forget the kids, right? There was one night, I came back from the gym or something. Like, I think I hurt my shoulder. So I took my shirt off so I could put some icy hot on. And Ariana's like, Daddy, did you know your shirt's off? I can see your tummy. And she thought it was like, you need to put a shirt on. And it's like, because we tell her like Luca can come downstairs without a shirt on, but she can't. She has no idea why. She doesn't get it. And it's like, yo, as a grown woman, if K Michelle wants to flash her fans, I mean, that should be her prerogative. It's like, I don't know. Yeah. We can move on. What'd you think of Snowfall?
I want to know what Teddy's up to.
See, this is the other problem with Snowfall. Spoiler alert, that they jumped ahead so far, and still don't know how far ahead they jumped.
I don't know either.
And I don't think that, I mean, the end of the last season, Teddy was pissed off because the dad was like squealing and spilling information, so he killed him, right?
Mm-hmm.
They killed the reporter. You would think that at some point it's kind of like, all right, you can chill out now. And for some reason, he came back. He had to be gone long enough for Franklin to form a bond with Grady, right? And then for them to go into business and real estate. So he had to be gone. This has to be at least a couple years into the future. And, I mean, Teddy, he got rid of Reed. Don't call me Reed Thompson. Call me Teddy. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, if they keep calling him Reed and everything, then people are going to start going back to that reporter and Alton and everything.
Well, I never understood why he gave him his real name anyway. Wait, no, Reed Thompson was his fake name, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Teddy is his real name.
Why is he going by his real name? That's even more shady.
I mean, he already knows now. I mean,
yeah, but I don't know what his deal is. He's definitely different than he has been the entire show.
Well, they said he's sober now.
Yo, when Franklin switched up when he was talking to Oso, because he heard, because he just sensed.
He knew.
I don't know how he knew. I don't know how he knew. And then when he went back and found like the foil, I thought that was a little weird. It was a little sloppy, you know, and especially if Reed Teddy is all put together now, that he would leave that stuff. I mean, he obviously figured out Franklin was on to him, but for him to leave everything there, I think that was weird. Like the foil wrapper or whatever he was eating. A little unprofessional. And I don't know what his end game is either. But Franklin.
Is it me or is Louie tripping? Like she doing too much?
Put yourself in her shoes. Right?
Okay. All right.
The beginning of the show, all her man did was sell weed.
Mm-hmm.
So however many years ago, we were selling weed. We were doing enough to get by. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, we're deep into this, right? And because of you, I get shot, right? But at the end of the day, it's kind of like, doesn't that come with the territory?
Yeah.
It's part of the game.
Yeah.
You know? So, okay, she gets shot, whatever, right? Time goes on. I agree with Franklin. But I think the problem is that Louie must still view him as her nephew. He's not your nephew. He's your boss.
He's not.
You know? I mean, you guys aren't here without Franklin. You didn't get shot because of Franklin. You got shot because of the line of work you're in. Like, you can't get mad at me, Anthony.
I think she's mad because he pushed them into that line of work.
He didn't push anybody into anything.
He kind of did.
They're all adults. They make their own decisions. Look,
But
as an adult,
he was still a kid and everything.
No, that's bullshit.
And he was crying out for help.
No, as an adult, nobody's forcing me to do anything at all. Whatever I do with my life is my choice. It's my decision. I have to live with that. You know how naive you got to be to be like, we're only here because of you. No, you're not. You're here because you made a decision. You could have quit. You could have got a job where she opened up the club. She could have stopped selling drugs. You're picking up guns. You're setting people up to get killed. Like, no, you're making all these decisions yourself. You're an adult. You're a grown woman. I think it's a little bit crazy that Louie's the you know, she's like, Jerome's just sitting back on back. Yeah, you forgot, nephew.
Talking out the side of your neck.
When Franklin got all over their face, he didn't say shit, which is crazy because I remember like Jerome beat the shit out of Franklin, didn't he?
No.
Yes, he did.
When?
He did. Franklin got tough, and Jerome knocked him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Shut up, bitch.
Yeah. So now, Franklin's that dude. And not to mention, Jerome hit a Franklin with a cane who was shot in recovery. But Franklin been boxing. You seen him with the little heavy bag?
Yeah.
Nah, Franklin, I don't know. Fuck that shit. This is mine. He said, I'm willing to do whatever I gotta do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna play the clip. I'm gonna find the clip because
I'm about to say, yeah, you gotta find the clip.
Yeah. Let's see, find the clip. This shit was hard. And by the way, this is like to see the growth from.
Pardon me
Here we go.
if I want to know what the fuck he said.
You want to know what he said?
Yeah.
He said the prices ain't changing because the prices ain't the problem. Know what is? Y'all two. Breaking away from me. Going out on your own.
I see. So you just gonna bend over and do whatever he say?
No. But this time, he's right. Look, I gave y'all a chance. Did this shit for as long as I could, but this little
Y'all gotta
experiment
watch
is not
Snowfall.
working. I'm happy to split the profits with y'all 50-50. But you gotta come home. Get this operation under one roof.
No, we ain't doing that.
Why? Why not?
Because I don't want to put my life, our life, at risk for your bullshit ass decisions.
Is that it? Or is it that you're so sure that you're so much smarter than everybody else?
Get tired of this. Lions fighting over sheep.
This between me and him.
Oh, yeah? So won't you handle it then?
Boom. That's right. Because I know breaking away wasn't Jerome's idea. And I let it go. Because you've been shot. Been through some traumatic shit.
Hey, you let it go?
Yeah, that's right, for her.
Don't talk out your goddamn neck, boy.
Well, then maybe you can enlighten me, Unc, on what the fuck she wants.
Nah. Won't you ask her yourself then?
What would you like, Queen Louie? What's gonna make you happy?
Queen Louie.
Because nothing seems to do it for you.
How about not being under anybody's thumb, nephew?
Well, I hate to break it to you, but everybody's got to answer to somebody. And me, I answer to the man who may have disappeared, my fucking father, and who would do the same to us if we don't move this product. Now, I don't know about y'all two, but I'd like to stay alive long enough to enjoy what I've made. So from here on out, I don't want to hear anything else about kilos or prices. Y'all want to go out on your own? Fine, but do not for 1 second fuck around with what I got to do to get mine, because I promise you, there is nothing I'm not prepared to do.
Yo, when he said that, I got fucking chills.
Yes.
Hey, yo, he's seriously like, yo, I still cannot believe he's British.
Yo, I said that yesterday.
I can't believe it. And I watched the interview, and he could turn it on and off like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's incredible to me. He's like, oh, yeah, I went to me and John Singleton went to LA, and, I'm just like, it's like, can you do it right now? And he was like, oh, shit. But, yo, I've seen, the little Denzel comparisons, but yo, if they ever make a movie about Denzel, and I just think that he's going to be I think this show is putting him up there to be one of those next level top tier actors.
Yep.
I mean, the growth we've seen in him from the first season is incredible. But I wish they would have killed Scully. Can't fucking stand Scully, man.
That was my next question. Would you rather do business with Scully or with what's his name?
I'd rather do business with Scully.
Why?
Because I don't trust the other dude, whose name I don't know because he was only in there for one episode.
Mello.
Mello. Because, I mean, obviously, look, we know how Scully is. If Scully wanted to set them up, he's not going to set them up. Scully's going to knock on the door. boom. You know what I mean? Like that's Scully. That's how Scully was. Scully was crazy. So
He still is crazy.
he still is crazy. So I didn't, no. I thought they were going to wet him up, but then they didn't. And I was like, okay, I see why they didn't. Because, I mean, look, Melo's just a young boy. Right? Just a young boy.
Wasn't Franklin a young boy at some point?
Yeah, but Franklin was a different young boy. Franklin was different. Some people just have that about them. And he learned everything by himself, figured everything out by himself. He made all the connections himself. Franklin was different. Franklin put in the work. You know, different. He had a different kind of mentality. Now Scully, on the other hand, I don't like him. I think some shit's gonna happen, but at the same time, I didn't trust the other dude. Because I mean, look, for me, if I already know how Scully acts and how he behaves when he wants to kill somebody, there's no way he's gonna try to set me up. I don't believe that. So you coming to me telling me he's gonna kill me after the next drop? No. When Scully decided that he was done with me, he'd have killed me at the first. He just, as soon as he sees me, it's on sight. Sully is an on-site person. You know what I mean? So I didn't believe that at all. And I don't think Sully got soft. At all either. Now, let me ask you a question. Or do you have anything else about Snowfall? Any predictions?
No.
I think Franklin Shorty is working with the feds.
I don't trust her.
I think she's working with the feds.
Why?
Why? Because she knows some about, like, okay, every time Franklin starts talking about something, pay attention. She asks if it's about this or if it's about that. Oh, is it about somebody or about this or about, she's like a little too inquisitive for me. And Franklin still doesn't tell her anything. You know what I mean? He doesn't tell her, like, I don't know. I think we're going to find out this next episode. But I think she has too many questions. And I don't trust her. She's probably not even pregnant.
I said the same thing.
She's probably not pregnant. I think she's working with the feds. Or it's going to be one of those, because, like, look, we know that this is based off of a true story. Loosely based. So we know at some point Franklin's character is going to go down. He's not going to get away. So the question is, was Snowfall renewed for season 5 already? Oh, we're in season 5.
Yeah.
Was it reviewed for season 6 is what I meant.
Let me see.
Which, by the way, I think that Franklin can find out she's a snitch, kill her, and they still continue the story. I mean, the real person is the
It hasn't been renewed yet.
Yeah, the real story the person's based off of is still in jail forever and he's never getting out. But I could totally see her because the CIA and the FBI, I don't think they probably don't work hand in hand back then. And even if Franklin's under a secret division that nobody knows about. So I could totally see her being a Fed because she came out of nowhere, at least for us. And I don't trust her. So I want to ask you something because I saw, I came across this the other day. Have you ever been complimented by a woman?
Yeah.
Like, oh, Anthony, you look nice today.
Yeah.
Give me an example. You don't have to use names, but just give me an example.
What do you mean?
Like of when it happened and how did it happen? What was the scenario?
I just walked in and the lady said, "Oh, you look cute today."
What setting was it at?
I don't gotta tell you all that.
No, I'm just saying, was it a work environment, school environment, random place?
Work.
A work environment, okay? So On the flip side, we can't do that.
No.
You know, women always talk about, oh, this is going to get me canceled, but women always talk about double standards, but what they never talk about is the double standard of if a woman compliments you on something like, oh, like, did you always have a beard? Yeah, I always had a beard. Oh, it looks nice. That's a compliment, right?
Yes.
Now, if I walk up to a woman, I said, have you always been thick?
That's two totally different things, yo. Get out
No,
of
it's
here.
not.
Yes, it is.
Men do not know how to
Yes,
take
it
compliments. Any compliment to us, when you say, oh, I like that shirt today, what you're really saying is, give me that dick. That's how men view compliments, because we don't get them.
What?
If a woman says, oh, Anthony, you look nice today. Well, maybe you don't, but I don't know. Me and some other men that I talk to, when a woman compliments you, it means something different. And when a man compliments a woman, it means something way different to them. Nowhere does the society think it's okay for a man to compliment a woman's appearance. It's inappropriate. You can't walk up to a woman and say, oh, you look cute today. Can you do that at work? Can you walk up to a woman at work and say, hey, you look cute today? Can
No.
you do that?
No.
No. Why? Because you're a fucking creep. You're flirting. Sexual harassment. Right? Right?
You can use a different word.
No, it's
You don't gotta
true.
use cute.
You don't have to, even if you say, oh, did you get your hair done this weekend? That's a little bit of like a light thing, you know, but some women can still take it a certain way
How?
because it's considered flirting.
Haircut?
Yes. I'm not saying all the time. I'm saying like, I think it depends on the situation and on the person. But if you take the way a woman compliments a man and flip it, you can get yourself in trouble. You can't walk up to a woman at work and say, oh, how was your weekend? You look cute today. You can't do that. You will get in trouble. You can't ask a woman if those pants are new. Can
Yeah,
you?
can.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
Where'd you get those pants? Those are nice. Okay.
It's a
maybe
normal
it's just me.
conversation. Yeah,
Maybe
you're
it's just
still
me.
here. Come on, man.
Yeah. I just,
Haircut. Come
there's
on,
a
let's
lot
go.
of-
I gotta go get mine that day. Let's-
I gotta cut my hair too. There's a lot of, you should come line me up sometime. We keep talking about all these different, like, by the way, Anthony are trying to figure out ways we can like spice up the podcast and do things in different locations. That'd
Need
be a
to
great
do a
episode.
driving episode.
Record while you're giving me a haircut.
All right.
And then I'll give you a haircut.
No.
Oh, okay. I'll let you give me a haircut though on camera. But double standards. There's a lot of them for men and women, but nobody talks about the ones women have for men. So I just wanted to put that out there. That if a woman, if a woman notices things about you and compliments you, but you do the same, it can be taken a different way.
It can. But
It
doesn't
can be
always have
taken
to
a
be
different
like
way. Not that it always
that. It
does,
depends on how you
but it
come,
can be.
how you come out with it.
If I tell a woman, if I go up to a woman and say, "Oh, those pants are nice. Are those new?" It can, depending on the tone you say it in and how they're feeling that day, it can be taken the wrong way.
Yes.
If I tell a woman she looks nice today, it can be taken a different way. Oh, you look nice today. It can be. Not necessarily it will be, but it can be. But nowhere. If a woman says, "Oh, Anthony, you look nice today," it's fine. It doesn't mean anything. Oh, that was my thing. I had an incident and I was just like, you know what? If I just said that to her, like, yo, did you always have a beard? That looks nice. She wowed me out. All right. So all I have is, okay, I got one more topic and then we're going to get into some music and we're going to get out of here.
All right.
I can't wait. The game is dropping. The game's Drink Champs interview is dropping this week, I think. I thought it was supposed to drop last week, but I didn't see it yet. So in that interview, apparently he talks some crazy shit. Right? He says that Kanye West did more in the last 2 weeks for his career than Dre did for his entire career, which I think is fucking whatever. You're only here because of Dr. Dre, right? Now, I know that Game and 50 had big beef. So yes, the documentary was huge for Game. Without the documentary, and I'm waiting to give my final opinion because I want to see it first, but the documentary, without the documentary, I don't think we see Game. I don't think he goes on the run that he had. I'm one of Game's biggest fans. I love all of his, I love a lot of his music. For a long period of time, I said, and I died on the hill, that Game had no bad albums. I'm a little concerned about the new one he's working on because I did not like the first single that came out, but you don't have to like every song on the album for it to be good. But Game also said that he could beat Blank in the verses. Who do you think Blank is?
Who?
I'm asking you a question.
Who is it?
Eminem.
I don't know.
No, there's no way.
I don't know.
There's no way the Game could beat Eminem. Because you got to understand.
You're
Right.
saying like there's absolutely no way.
Absolutely no way.
Okay.
Even if you pick the playlist a certain way, Eminem has smashes, right? Game has a few. Eminem has smashes. Again, I love the Game. I think that if they're in Compton, I think Game gets, I also think it depends on where you play it. And there's not really that's the whole thing about verses. There's not a neutral zone where people can go to play stuff, right? So wherever they have this, if it's in Detroit, Eminem wins hand down. If it's in LA, I think it's a bit closer. I still think Eminem wins, and I don't know why Game would say that. Because you have to understand, look at all the stuff that Eminem can play besides his own records. I'm pretty sure he has some writing credits on Get Rich or Die Trying, or some producer credits or something. If Eminem said, no, put that snare there, he can play it. So you have to understand the catalog Eminem has versus the catalog the Game has. If you look at Game's rap albums and projects, Game probably has a larger discography, but Eminem is Eminem. Nothing Game plays will top Lose Yourself. Nothing Game plays will top The Real Slim Shady. I think the Game has a lot of great hits, great music. I do not think that he's up there with Eminem. Now, I would like to see 50 in Game. I think that would be really good. I think they have a similar, catalog. Game has a lot more to pull from. I think that's good. I don't think Eminem is one of those, I don't know who you could put with him. Like Jay-Z. Who could you put with Jay-Z? I can see Eminem and Jay-Z just because there's nobody else to put them against, But I don't think Game can hold a candle to Eminem in the verses. I had a really fun thing that I wanted to talk about, but I couldn't find the second half. So it was going to be, would you rather fight someone who brushes their teeth without wetting the brush first? And I couldn't think of the or. But could you imagine how tough you have to be to not wet your toothbrush?
Yo, that's like sleeping on pots and pans.
What the fuck is that? You remember the episode of SpongeBob where he had to keep going to Weenie Hut Juniors because he wasn't tough enough to get into the club or whatever? Yes. Yo, you're a different breed if you can brush your teeth with a dry brush.
Would you do it for $1 million?
No.
Why not?
Why?
Why not?
All right. So as a child, as a young adult, say 9 and up, my mom was always in the hospital. My dad was never home. I had to watch everybody. So I didn't go to the dentist a lot. So I brush my teeth 3 times a day now. But let me tell you something. If I was trying to brush my mouth with a dry brush, my gum would probably fall off. Oh, you imagine how hard that is, depending on the toothbrush? Okay. There are some toothbrushes that are really, really soft, right? But if I was gonna give you $1 million, I would make you do it with a Dollar Tree toothbrush.
Oh my God.
And that shit would be deadly. Cut, rip, all your gums. Fucking done.
But I can fix my mouth with some of the money.
I couldn't do it. Because do I have to sing my ABCs?
Yeah.
Can I put toothpaste on there? Or am I just dry dogging it?
You dry dogging it.
Dry dogging it. Can I drink something first?
No.
Okay. No, I wouldn't do it.
Oh, damn.
I wouldn't do it. Now, have you ever, and this is like true fact, I've never seen anybody do it. I didn't believe it. I tried it. The driest my mouth has ever been is when I tried to eat 10 saltines in a minute.
No.
It's impossible.
That's deadly.
It's literally impossible.
That's deadly.
You can't do it. Without drinking anything, you can't do it. You can't.
I probably could do it.
Yo, I bet you $10.
$10.
The next time we do an in-person podcast, I don't remember the time frame. I have to check it out first because there was a time frame where it's like it's impossible to do it. And I will
60
bet
seconds.
you 60 seconds, $10. You cannot eat 10 saltine crackers, fully swallow them without drinking anything in 60 seconds. Yeah, I bet you $10. Your mouth gonna be dry as fuck. Let's see.
Let me see.
Are you really watching a video of somebody trying to do it?
It's been done before.
No, it hasn't.
Been done before.
All right, but you can't do it.
I can do it.
You can't.
I can.
All right, we're gonna find out. Don't worry.
All right, bet.
Bet. Let's see.
Like a minute is longer than you think, man.
Bro, I'm telling you, I've done it before, and you can't do it.
Yeah, but you're not me.
I know I'm not.
I know I'm fine, but the money makes me handsomer. Walk around smelling like
So,
I come up in the answer for her
I wanted to send a
problems, but
shout
I'm
out to
not him,
Russ.
I don't mind it though. You don't like me how you think you do. I like it though. I know I'm fine, but the money makes me handsomer.
So,
walk around smelling like
Russ
I come
recently
up
did
in
an
the
interview,
answer
right?
for her problems, but I'm not him. I don't mind it though.
Where he was talking about how TikTok is changing the music industry.
I know I'm fine, but let's see how I can slide, so she slide. Said it's cause the vibe, she lying.
So Russ did an open verse challenge for this song. And a lot of people did it.
It's cool though, I ain't mad.
And what
at you.
Russ is
I let it
doing
go like passenger. You slept on me like lavender. My body like
is
the map. Your tongue.
He's taking that person, right? The person that the people pick, and he's making a full-fledged song with them. He's putting them on the remix. And not just not to mention, Russ said in this interview that he had on TikTok, the way the algorithms work is that he gets on his For You page people who have 10 likes. And he sees it. And he also sees people with hundreds of thousands of likes, right? So what Russ is doing is what a lot of, like, hey, however many years ago, you have to have a following to make it out in the music business.
Yeah.
Russ has taken independence to an entire different level. So Russ also put out this song, right? Which is really, really dope. He put out this song and he did an open verse challenge. And within a couple weeks, he released a remix with somebody, right? Have you seen the open verse challenges I'm talking about? Like how like
Okay, let's go back to the time.
Yes.
So Russ put this one out, right? And then he put out the remix. Like, let me see if I can find the verse.
When I had you, those were my favorite days. Late nights with you, I couldn't stay away.
And it's like, he's saying people you haven't heard of. Or maybe you have heard of if they're good enough. And the cool part about it is that it breaks away from the whole music industry standard, right? You have to have a following. You have to have all these different things in order to make it in the game. And Russ, who is a multimillionaire, platinum albums, is taking random people he's finding on TikTok and putting them on songs and putting them out to the world. I think it's incredible. Because he's not only like, and I've done stuff before where I've done like the freestyle challenges and I've been reposted a couple times. But the difference with this is that he's actually looking for people and he's watching all these videos. It's really cool to me. Okay, he's not the first one to do it, but I think what he's doing with it is incredible. And I just wanted to shout him out. So my jam for this week, I think, is actually going to be a Russ song. Let's see.
Yeah, let's hear him get out of here. I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. Ready to go for a walk. We're going on a hike after this. If
raining.
It stops raining. And by the way, like just the way that Russ did everything, like how he's done all of his music with releasing like a song a week and everything. I just think it's, I think shout out to Russ, man. It's crazy. I think it's dope. So let's see. What do I play? All right. I'm gonna play this one. This was 3 a.m. by Russ featuring Ty Dolla $ign.
Yeah. I know you know what's up.
You lucky. I got more stuff to get to, but I'm not gonna get to it.
It's 3 a.m. answer your phone. I know you had to be alone. Say you've been waiting on me all night. Might let you say you play your cards right. It's 3 a.m. answer your phone. I know you had to be alone. Say you've been waiting on me all night. Might let you say you play your cards right.
I know you up, I know you down. I live alone, so let's get loud. You from the BX like J-Lo. I fuck with you cause you lay low. Pussy be raining, ashes, thunder clapping, mouse a tornado. This just the calm before the storm. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I like a freak, type the ass when we drop in the point. Baby, chill, that's just for me and you. You needing me, I'm needing you. Pick up, pull up, please.
It's 3 a.m. answer your phone. I know you hate to be alone. Say you've been waiting on me.
Is that the diss record, Anthony?
I let you say you play your cards right. 3 a.m. answer your phone. I know you.
Is that the new diss song I've been hearing about?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, you can announce it because I'm not.
It's hilarious.
Go ahead.
Hilarious. Publicity stunt by Gucci.
10-17. He's tryna pull up publicity stunt. These rappers be pussy, they bleed once a month. Don't speak on my name, don't get put in the blunt. You can diss all you want, still won't get a response. It's still free to gain.
Isn't this the response?
Stop being around the bush and just get to the point. You wanna be me, I know what you want, but you ain't gotta pull no publicity stunt. Live by the gun, then you die by the gun. I ain't got the cap.
This is a young boy diss, right?
My nigga got bun and he went on the run. Got my roof in the trunk and my truck in the front. Dropping the ceiling, I'm thinking of dumb. Kill for a living and murder for fun. We ain't about to pull no publicity stunt. Now we ain't about to pull no publicity stunt. Why you just me for publicity, nigga? Is you in the streets or in the street, nigga? Is you my fan or my enemy, nigga? My money too grown to be kidding with niggas. I beat it with niggas, play talk on the bump. One nigga didn't pay, he got stabbed and ran up. Say he my op, but try dapping me up. Give a round of applause, cause we clapping them up. Trappers are us, come in traffic with us. Gon' finesse on your bitch, spin on Texas with us. Say we the reason the prices went up. I ran off on the plug and I doubled it up. These old niggas just don't know when to shut up. Better call yourself lucky if you walk on the crush. I got long arms, I can reach out and touch you. We got them singers, they sent off to Russia. Ain't no disputing, I kill like I'm Putin. Got a truck full of shooters, I move like I'm Trump. Soldiers stand guard for me like I'm Obama. Try go get some gas and got killed at the pump. Say you got hits, but look you in a slump. Say that you're rich, but you live in a dump. My Chico retarded a switch on the pump. Tell him shoot when he open, say he wanna dump. You tryna pull up publicity stunt. These rappers Rappers be pussy, they bleed once a month. Don't speak on my name, don't get put in the blunt. You can diss all you want, still won't get a response. It's still free to game till they get out the junk. Stop being around the bush and just get to the point. You wanna be me, I know what you want, but you ain't gotta pull no publicity stunt. Live by the gun, then you die by the gun.
I don't know. I'm not a big Gucci fan. But listen to this. It's just breaking news. Man hid in woman's attic to take video while she slept. An alleged stalker is accused of breaking into the New Hampshire home of his favorite OnlyFans model, camping out in her attic and recording her as she slept.
What? Following
his arrest, the suspect stalker confessed to stealing her key and then making a copy of it at Home Depot so he could easily enter her home. Investigators said he broke into the residence on several occasions and recorded the woman while she slept in the nude.
That's something you do.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No.
Yeah.
I would not. All right, y'all, that's the motherfucking show, you heard? And we out this bitch, yeah! It's your boy JKK and Devin. I got my man. And we are the podcast. This how I should have started it off. Hey. Woo! 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 That's a nice pillow. I like to put my head on that.
I'm walking through a dream. I'm walking through the finest place I've ever seen. Hey man, won't you wake me up? Said, hey man, won't you wake me up?
Oh, I guess Anthony's done.
I'm walking through the fire on the wall, burning up my desire.
Let's see how long we can jam for he comes back. Is that Nugget or Cookie? That's Nugget, right? Is that Nugget? What up, my Nugget? Oh, Nugget! She's like, why the fuck you got me here? All right, y'all. Bye.